Welcome everyone to this session of casting. I'm your host Pipe Runner, joining you today from the beautiful city of Oslo. How are you guys doing today? Today we have a very interesting game between Queen Nala, playing as the Chinese spawning in on the northwest side of the map, and Desi, it's Mickey, playing as the Abbasid in the color blue, spawning in on the southeast side of the map. In terms of scouting, Mickey's scout has already managed to reach the opponent base just to have a bit of information and also collect the sheep from your opponent's side.
مستعد سأنفذ أمرك أصعد على ظهر الحصان سأذهب بكل تأكيد.
So everyone in the chat, just let me know that whether my audio is working correctly. I hope it is. What's going on with the Chinese scout? Now remember, Chinese scouts have more vision in the Tang dynasty, which means they can grab sheep from a bit further, I believe. And also the fact that they have a bigger radius. They can see the enemy scout before the enemy scout can see them. So you basically get the whistle before them, and sometimes they won't even spot you if you're lucky. So well, this seems like a bit of micro problem here. Missing 2 sheep altogether, even though having superior vision. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just need to pay a bit more attention to your base and forget about what the scout is doing. As China, then again, you sure need sheep if you're planning to play feudal. If not, then you go Song Dynasty and set up your granaries. And this is where I think there's a difference between China and Zhu Shi's legacy. Zhu Shi has let's say better momentum, but China takes a bit of time to get set up, and that is generally when Chinese players get attacked. So when they are planning to set up their granary and everything, that is when the opponent decides to attack them, because before that it's a bit hard for China to mass up a lot of units if they don't have access to food. But once they are set up with their granaries and everything, I think it becomes pretty impossible to compete in terms of their eco boom. But interestingly, this time around we are at least Mickey is playing a civ that is really good at booming. So the question is, how good is the Abbasid ego compared to China? Well, we shall find out in this game, I guess. Sherry. Good point. Seems like no one is interested in this match, or everyone is busy. Either way, as someone loyal to the cause, I will show up to my duty. There it is. China ages up with the Imperial Academy, but also securing a nice food food patch. We have a deer patch and berry bushes here. So very nice position for the Barbican. Also securing the wood line a bit. Actually, this wood line is pretty secure because of this. Excuse me. And Abbasid now setting up their second TC, but won't have stone for a third one. So I think Mickey has decided that if China manages to boom, it will be impossible for him to kind of deal with the number of units that China will be able to spam. And of course, I mean, if you supervise your buildings with your Imperial official, you can produce units with double the speed. So it becomes a bit problematic to match them. And if China walls up their granaries, then a bit problematic. Yes, Sherry, this is the first game. And we are getting more and more viewers. So hello everyone who just joined. This is the first game. Mickey is playing the dreaded Abbasid dynasty while Nala is playing China. So Nala securing a good deal of food, and as China, that is one of the only problems that you need to solve. Food. You run out of food. And if I'm not mistaken, once you go into the Song dynasty, your villager production becomes faster. Fortunately, we cannot see it here. Sherry, if you have your computer open, could you just verify that for me? So your production becomes faster. You get access to Jugunus, which you don't have by default. And you also get access to granaries, which is pretty important. Mickey already started producing units, which means he is planning on pushing China before the farm transition goes in. For anyone opposing the Chinese civilization, this is probably the single most thing that you need to keep in mind. If they go into a full-scale granary transition and wall up their base, then I think China will be able to outmass you pretty quickly. And in terms of gold, China also gets passive income of gold from the imperial officials since they gather taxes. I think the buildings that are within the influence of the Imperial Academy produce double the gold from taxes. I think each building, each imperial official can carry 40 gold, and I think that gets with the imperial examination you can increase that. So yeah. Okay, horsemen. 4 horsemen, 1 still in queue, 5 archers already on the field with 2 in queue. Mickey ever so determined to push, but Nala will spot this aggression with her scout. Now, Mickey probably knows about this Barbican. I hope he does. He knows he won't be able to push it from here, and Nala is already building the walls. Might be a mistake building it with 1, and that too, this big of a wall. So, since after the new patch, walls kind of take a bit of time to build. At least I think double the time it generally took. So now these walls will take a bit of time to be built. So you generally want to have like 2-3 villagers building walls when you need to put down walls in kind of an emergency situation. Now Nala, realizing there's a push coming, already starts making some units, and I believe she's also supervising one of these buildings. Is it this one? Yeah. She's supervising the mill. The blacksmith. Making sure to get the upgrades for the Zugnus as soon as possible. Reducing units from 1 barracks and 1 archer range. driving the Abbasid back to the drawing board because this fight might not be favorable. Nala's villagers, ever so fearless, already expanding out on the deer and the berries, and also building a tower, and hopefully will also be getting some emplacements, perhaps gunpowder emplacements, making this place pretty much unraidable. So Mickey needs to think of something, and soon. In terms of army numbers, Mickey is doing pretty well. I mean, he's fine. I think he might be able to take this fight. And Nala needs to micro this if she plans on winning. In terms of upgrades, Mickey is missing all of them, but he has just started getting +1 ranged armor. Mickey committing to this push, building his second ramp. Behind the base, it looks like Mickey is still committing towards the attack, at least his villager distribution suggests so. Nala on a 1 TC setup, Mickey taking the lead further and further. The gap in villagers keeps going up the longer Mickey's 2 TC setup keep going. And now we already see a granary being placed, so we are in that critical moment where China will try to transition into farm eco, and their food will run out under the base. Of course, they have a very secure access to food here, so they'll be okay. Let's take a look. Now they're spotting the 2 rams coming out of the fog of the war. Mickey being very careful not to overextend. Spears try to rush in, get sniped by the villagers. Archers will snipe by the archers. Archers pulling back. And now horsemen diving under the TC. Nala ensuring to take the fight under the TC. That TC does a lot of damage. With the gunpowder emplacements, those horsemen won't last long under the TC. And now the problem is the archers are standing on the production. The Zubnus have almost been wiped off. And now the next push will be on the TC or the production or the village. Mickey now diving with the horsemen on the wood line, taking down the Imperial official, a very important unit for the Chinese Civ. Now Mickey will be camping the TC, killing vills that try to get in. Only 5 villagers inside, so this fight might not be looking good for Nala. Mickey completely bypassing the Barbican, ignoring it completely. The villagers left alone, going for the rams. And another batch of military units joined the fight, catching the villagers off guard completely. Villagers running back to the TC, hoping to get some shelter from the rain of arrows. Nala tries her best to take down the rams. One goes down, but Mickey might just build one more. Mickey floating 2,000. I mean, he's already at 2,700 food. He's floating a lot of wood. This generally happens when you are completely focused on your attack and you just can't be bothered to macro. Mickey now spotting the granary, driving the villagers away from it. So food income will be stalled for a bit. Mickey at 3,200 food. What is he going to do with all that wood? Nala deciding to age up. So Mickey needs to deliver a killing blow before this age up comes through, else he'll be facing 3rd age units with nothing to counter them. Now in terms of an age up, Mickey is already there in terms of resources, so he should be fine. And I think he is not producing any more units, which means he will also look for an age up. Mickey now gets the signal that an age up has come through and he will try to take down the production to slow down Nala in terms of a counter push. Nala's macro looks fine. Mickey's macro looks really skewed right now. So much wood. Maybe he will put down a lot of farms right away. Mickey aging up with the military wing. 2 camels joining the fray. You see 2 barracks being put down, which might suggest a Gulam composition, and archery range might suggest crossbows to deal with palace guards. He needs to be a bit careful here, running under the Barbican. Now with the Imperial Palace, Nala will not only have insane vision around this landmark, you can also use the passive ability of Imperial Spies, which basically reveal all the enemy villagers. And you can just send a couple of knights and snipe them. So the raids become extremely effective when you pretty much know where the villagers are. So. Fight looking more and more dire for Nala. The first landmark will go down. Nala has 22 units, but most of them are Zurganus, and at this point Gulams have joined the fray, which means they will have a really hard time killing anything with these light infantry counters. Remember, this is not the killing blow. Mickey is not planning to kill Nala with this. Maybe he is, but he knows this army will get wiped out. He's massing somewhere else. Now fighting under the Imperial Palace. All 4 of the rams get taken out. But will Nala get some space to breathe? 2 rams coming back. Oh, I think only the 2 rams got taken down. 2 more rams returning, going for the second landmark. They're just trying to find something to do. Are they going for the woodline again? Nala is running out of food. She has completely run out of food actually. And Mickey at this point having 4200 wood. Not sure what to do with it. Mickey has 33 units. 11 of them are Gulams, and these crossbows will not be able to do anything against them. Nala finding herself helpless with almost no food. You know what that means. No food, no army. No army, no defense. Mickey will steamroll her in a bit. It's just a matter of time before we see a GG coming in. Nala realizing she has no food, plans to go back to her granary. Mickey having access to 35 military units on the field. Another Imperial official goes down. The Zurganus trying to find something. I'm guessing he used the Imperial spy. Sorry, I'm guessing Nala used the Imperial spy ability to spot the villagers here, and probably looking to get some value from these Zurganumas. The Barbican won't last long, and this fight might actually become a matter of or rather be won by a landmark victory, perhaps. Could see a landmark victory coming in, and there it is. The Zurganus come in, and he might not. Okay, there it is. The raids come in. The villagers being slaughtered, but the point is these villager kills will mean nothing. There is only one landmark standing between Mickey and the trophy for this round. At least this match he can win purely by destroying this DC, which is already at 75% HP. Even if Nala manages to get a couple of raids, Mickey is way ahead in eco, and there is no stopping him at this point. Does Mickey not realize this? He can just go for this TC and finish the game. What are his... Okay, what is this Ram doing? Does he realize this now? No, he still doesn't realize. What is he doing? Just go for the landmark, dude. What is the plan here? Okay. Is he microing somewhere else? No. Nala trying to go for another gold mine. Might get a few kills there, but the thing is, now this DC will go down and probably it will be a short victory for Mickey. So no amount of raids can stop him now. Mickey at 61 villages, but Nala is down to 27, so there is no comparison here. He's probably trolling at this point. He knows that that landmark is the only thing saving Nala from a sheer shot defeat. He's just toying with him. Okay, a couple of knights, couple of armored units to deal with this crossbow Jugnu Mars, which will be dealt with shortly. And there it is. The final landmark goes down and Mickey emerges victorious. Pretty intense match. Pretty amazing display of strategy here, completely ignoring the defensive landmark. I mean, generally, what you would see in the lower league is people would be so adamant that oh, we have a defensive landmark right in front of our base. Right in front of the enemy base, and the first 3 rams that I make will surely go to kill the landmark, but not in case of Mickey. Straight away goes for the weaker aspects of the base, torches down the wall, goes into the base and starts killing production, and whatever damage you do, whether you take down the production or whatever it is, you're still getting value out of those rams. If you try to take down a building that is a static defense and you lose half of your army trying to kill it, and meanwhile your opponent is busy setting up their farms and granaries and whatnot, then you're being stupid, right? So pretty amazing, really something to learn from this game. So while we wait for the next match, it seems like there are 3 people watching right now. It's unfortunate that we didn't have more folks joining to see this match. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay. Has the next match already been started? I will wait for a bit. I can't find my aviators for some reason. I don't know where I kept those. It's probably moving around my PC. I might have put them somewhere. I can't find them anymore. I think it'll be nice for us to have more audience from the bigger AOE4 community, because I think in terms of numbers we don't have many. At least in the Southeast Asian, or rather the South Asian community. My geography is not the best, so excuse me if I'm misclassifying the region. Nice to post on r/AOE4. Okay. But then again, I mean, if we post something on r/AOE4 and the mods decide that we are just trying to promote the stream or anything, they might actually ban us. So, gotta be a bit careful there. Man, I absolutely hate Twitch. Okay. And that is mainly because of the fact that I find the way Twitch has dealt with things in the past very, very partial. So I am not a professional streamer, but I have seen what happened to other people who have been streaming for a while, and they got very partial treatment. The kind of decisions that Twitch took to ban and unban people has been very, very partial. So I'm not really keen on streaming on Twitch, first of all. Second of all, I do want to keep streaming on YouTube, because this is where I want to put all my videos. If I want to stream on 2 platforms at once, I think there is something called Restream.io, which again I don't want to use because the free tier has like a watermark somewhere in the video. So not really worth the effort, I think. Okay, it seems like the next match has started, but our goal is to get audience. That is true, but in the pursuit of getting audience, I can't compromise with my ideals. You know what I mean? Can't compromise with my principles. Okay, there it is. The second match. Second round of match 6. I don't remember which one it is. Nala this time around playing as the Japanese, going for 4 lakes. I think I don't know who chooses the map, but I think it's the loser who chooses the map. So Nala pretty much picked this map for obvious reasons. Wants to go for fishing. And Mickey is so damn good. Sends his villager right away. A bit of a scout and villager micro. Mickey really smart, going for the dock right away, tries to burn it down. And of course, do remember that docks or any building that is not built completely takes more damage. So this dock will probably get cancelled right away. Did Mickey forget about this? Oh no. Hey Jatin, Mickey won the first one. He was playing Abbasid, Nala was playing China. 2 villagers coming back this time for some more action. scaring the Japanese villager off, sending her back. I want to see the villager distribution in this case. I always wondered what should be the villager distribution when you are going for docks. This little maneuver has caused so much idle time. Not only did Nala fail to get the dock up, she now has to send the villager all the way back on the other side to get the dock. So this is insane. Excuse me. So 7 villagers on wood, 4 on food. That is the distribution that you want to have when you are going docks. And the rest of the villagers will now go to food and gold. I want to maintain the 7 on wood though. Okay, Nala now finally going for the second attempt. And the scout reaching the other side of the map. Tries to do some damage here. I think the moment Byzantine ages up, might choose to go and burn this one down. So let's see. And this little pond is going to get go uncontested, obviously, because Mickey has established his established himself on this side of the map at least. And of course this is too far for the Japanese, so can't really expect anything on that side. But remember, every dock can be treated as another TC. And as Byzantines, the good thing is if you go fishing, you also get olive oil. So you are pretty much getting extra resource, and that resource helps you produce more army. So Sayam Chopra, the Bala to Nala, I mean, that was an interesting typo to make, no? I mean, if that was intended, that's a pretty nice one. If it was unintended, then well, you accidentally cracked a good joke. Putting down the second cistern now. And as you get some stone, you always want to put down more cisterns, because more cistern levels means better gathering rate. So Mickey is doing fine. Nala at this point putting down a second dock. Does Mickey know about this? Perhaps not. But he himself is on one dock only. So this might mean Nala might be able to take a lead in terms of economic units. Maybe. Nala has managed to get a decent number of sheep, 12 to be precise. And I was suspecting that he might go for the Imperial Hippodrome, because he will immediately send horsemen to torch down the docks. And I think it'll be a bit too late for Nala to do anything about it. And he's aging up with 9 villages, so that kind of explains the plan. He wants his horsemen to be out on the field ASAP. And he might follow up with Keshiks, maybe? Or longbows, I don't know. If he goes longbows, then he will be able to stall this side of the economy as well. And if he goes Keshiks, then he will have a good mass of cavalry to go around the map and disrupt everything. And there it is. The first horseman gets queued. The thing is, this gold is out of the range of the TC, so it'll be easy target for early harassment. And not only that, Byzantine gets the Triumph ability with the Hippodrome, which heals your all your horsemen and gives them additional attack speed and damage, if I'm not mistaken. So Move speed by 10%, health regeneration, and cavalry damage by 4. So, okay. So all the cavalry gets additional movement speed and bonus damage. So, good. Now, does Mickey decide to send his cavalry to the docks? No, he's not going for it. He's not challenging the docks. Interesting. Going for the Expilatores. I keep forgetting the pronunciation of this word. Expilatores, which gives the Byzantine 20 gold for each villager kill done using horsemen, I think. Is it horsemen or like any kind of cavalry? I think any kind of cavalry gives you the gold. There it is. He finally decides to go for the dock. Does Nala have any kind of military units in the waters? Nope, nothing yet. I think Mickey might have also gone for. Okay, there it is. So he also went for the upgrade, which grants your cavalry additional torch damage if your scout is around. So these horsemen will be able to torch down these docks pretty quickly. Nala is not making any kind. There it is. She immediately queues. No, she hasn't. Okay. This dock might actually go down. She sends a spear. Okay. Okay. Nothing queued here. The spear goes to destroy the docks on this side of the map. And what mercenaries are we going to see? So we are going for the Western mercenary contract, which means we'll see longbows and lansknechts. These spears won't be able to do much even if the villager has... Sorry, if the horseman goes low on HP, they can always heal using the triumph ability, so should be fine. Okay, Japan now switching into a feudal play, it seems. Okay, this dock will also go down, which means Japan will lose access to the fishing eco. Now this dock will also go down, which means Byzantine will also lose access to the fishing eco, but Byzantine has already moved to the other side of the map, which means Japan will be left with 1 TC while Byzantine is on 2. And don't forget the cisterns, by the way. Hey Gamma, how are you doing? No, nothing to challenge these horsemen. This dock will go down for sure. And the first batch of longbows get queued. We have samurais out on the field. Yes, we have a couple of samurais. Gold has been completely cut off, so Nala is not mining any gold. We're banking 1700 food. Seems a bit of macro issue. Much excited for the other games, Sid and Baltoro's. Well, I'll be honest with you, I think the game is going to be very one-sided for Sid and Baltoro. But let's see. You can always expect miracles, you can always expect the unexpected. There it is, the longbows join the fight. Should be, I mean, if the horsemen can tank the damage from the samurais, I think the longbows will be able to make quick work out of these units. Making sure to keep the enemy spears busy. Going around the map, trying to cause all sorts of problems for the Japanese eco. Idling her villagers wherever he can. Running through the base just to get some additional information. And now he knows what kind of army composition Nala is going for. Will be able to take down this villager. Yes. Manages to stop the wall. And the longbows join the fight. Now Nala realizes that Mickey is not just on a single unit composition. Now these longbows will be extra annoying for all the spears that might try to charge into the horsemen. Meki's eco is looking pretty strong. And soon he will have the goal to age up as well, in which case things will become very problematic for Nala. Nala has finally started mining gold, and that too a lot, because she realizes she has a lot of food and nothing to do with it. So there it is, the horsemen charge in, will try to tank the damage from the samurai. Longbows will run back. We'll try to pull the units close to his base, the right thing to do. Your reinforcements will be faster if you're closer to your base, obviously. You want to fight when you know you can win. The villager coming in to repair. Longbows will want to run back. You don't want to lose your longbows. Mercenaries are the most precious unit you have access to, so want to be a bit careful. Now archers joining. Committing to the fight. And there it is, the triumph ability gets activated. Horsemen dealing a huge amount of damage to the samurais, and the longbows following up with their arrows. Katana bannermen joining the fight. Will be buffing the infantry. Nala finally managing to set up another dock here, while Mickey reclaiming the spawn for himself. Mickey making sure not to let Nala rest. Going in for another attack. Samurai numbers looking a bit scary now, but these longbows are doing a lot of damage, and the horsemen are tanking an insane amount of damage from these infantry, which should have been fatal for these longbows alone. And that's exactly what you want to do. If you're going longbows, you want to have something that can tank the damage against Japanese. There it is. All the samurais might get cleared up here. Whereas you do not want to fight in the aura of the banner. Want to go back. And Mickey now realizing that he has aged up, he'll have better units. Mickey aging up with the cistern of the first hill. I think we'll see cataphracts. We might actually see cataphracts now. No, switching to barracks, so might be Varangian guards. In terms of economy, I think Mickey is ahead, obviously. That is what you expect if you are on 2 docks and cisterns. We're doing fine. Nala is on 1 dock, and I don't think she's producing any more fishing ships. What is going on? Why are villagers idling? And how is the difference? This difference should have been more. I mean, the gap should have been wider. There it is, Mickey going in for another raid, making sure this gap widens. For every kill that Mickey gets, he also gets 20 gold. Mickey managing to take out 6 villages right away. Mickey going in, placing his... Oh, there it is. I did not see this dock. My bad. Yes, so Cistern of the First Hill landmark gives you access to the pilgrim flasks to all the units. Every unit, not just cavalry. That's the important thing to remember. Every unit can heal with the pilgrim flask. So you can select a crossbow and click this and you get healing over a period of time. But generally what they're used for is healing the cataphracts. So they are insanely tanky. They have like 360 HP. And then you use pilgrim flask to heal them. So they just become invincible. And of course, this also behaves like a cistern with more influence and basically improves your cistern level, upgrades your cistern level. So, has multiple uses. Make you being very smart here, showing the cavalry to the enemy, forcing them to make more and more counter units, while he himself is massing the counter at his home and not letting the enemy know what he is doing. Now, generally a good player will send their scout even while defending to make sure that this exact situation is not happening. Unfortunately, I think the Japanese scout is out of action. And now Mickey, aware of the fact that Japan is going for another TC. Okay, a bit of a miss macro here. And there you see the gulps being taken, the cataphracts dealing huge amount of damage, healing over time as well. Crossbows taking out the samurai. There are quite a number of spears here. Mickey wants to be... It probably wants to be a bit more careful before taking this fight. Interesting, Mickey losing a lot of units here. Mickey running back. Might want to take this Bannerman out and take the fight under his TC. Mickey's cavalry leaving the battlefield, going to get some value out while he knows this fight is not going to be won by him. He wants to make sure he does some damage. Sign of a very smart player, very experienced player. Mickey now has no units to defend his base. These horsemen and cataphracts will find good raids under the tree line. And so will these infantry. So I think we'll see a lot of damage being dealt to the Byzantine eco as we speak. Nala springing out of her base like a viper, taking out 11 villages in one go, and now these units will be going around the Byzantine base forever. Extremely tanky units, and Japanese units are really good against infantry. And generally, Japan goes for an infantry composition because of the nice upgrades that they get. I think Mickey will be able to clean this up. His eco has taken a big hit, but he has a lot of resources to keep pumping units for all day long, so he should be fine. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't take more damage. Nala's second TC has been set up and now going into a complete farm transition. And then remember, Japan has an insane food eco because of the Daimyo Manor. Now upgraded to the Daimyo Palace, which means they get 40% harvest rate, 40% food from farms. So Japan should be fine in terms of food eco. All they need to be worried about is gold, which they solve by wearing a couple of Yorishiro in the forge, so they get free gold. Making use of the Akatoy defense. These my god, the samurai gets murdered by the villagers. Et tu Brutus gets stabbed a couple of times, goes down. Mickey now back up on his feet with 31 military, cleaning out the Japanese army. But in terms of eco, he has taken a major hit, I would say. He needs to do something about it, but then this number might not be very representative of how good the Byzantine eco is. He has a level 4 cistern, which gives him 22% gathering bonus. So every villager that is working within the influence of a cistern is 22% more effective. So it might seem a bit deceptive, but the Byzantines are fine. Fine for now, at least. And look at the numbers. So because of the mercenaries and how quickly you can produce units when the production is placed within the influence of the cistern, Byzantine can mass up their army pretty quickly. So if you see, Japan is still on 29 units and Mickey is on 57, so We might immediately see a couple of Cruciforms being added to the Byzantine army, and might see some Greek fire burning the farms. Might see some napalm. There it is. Some napalm spheres right there. And does Nala spot this? Yes, she does. She knows a push is coming. Mickey splitting off his cavalry, going for another raid. Question is where? Has he spotted something on that side of the map? No, he hasn't. There it is. He brings out the Dromon to burn down the fishing ships, which means this side of the pond, everything will go down, and he also goes down to burn the docks. There it is. Diversion and the main attack. This is the thing that's going to do the most of the damage that Mickey plans to deliver to the Japanese eco. This is just the diversion. I think this is a very Japanese favored fight. Mickey doesn't plan on committing. He might actually pull back, but he's killing villagers left and right on this side of the map. I know, with the number of crossbows here, the Japanese infantry got annihilated. And now Mickey might decide to put down another ram. There it is. The Dromon has burnt down everything in this pond. Mickey's cavalry going for another raid here, possibly might take down another dock. Will completely paralyze the Japanese eco. Things might be a bit problematic. Mickey sending a couple of Varangian guards to make sure Nala doesn't get any room to breathe. No villagers will be farming today on our watch. All the farms belong to us. We will cultivate olive oil on them. That's what the Byzantines say. There it is, the second dock goes out. Nala's eco completely stunted. No fishing eco for Nala, and this side of the pond has already been controlled by Byzantine for quite some time, so it seems like this is a fight that Nala might not be able to win. 69 to 30. It's an insane number. And the military difference will start to show immediately. Now Nala sending her precious Onamusha after the cavalry might not be the best thing to do. These cavalries are anti-ranged units. And Onamusha being a ranged units get countered by horsemen. You want to save your Onamusha for the Varangian guards, but seems like it's too little too late. Mickey pushing with a frontal attack while raiding with his cavalry. Completely idling the Japanese eco. Japan does not have access to gold anymore. I think all the gold that she's getting is from passive income. She also put down a market to stabilize her eco, but it seems like she has a bit too much of gold now. And no food to produce an army. There we go. The Greek fire burning everything down. Now the Daimyo Palace has quite a bit of HP and might take a bit of time to burn down. But when you have 3 Cruciforms taking care of your building problems, I don't think it's a... I think it's a weight you can afford to take, you know. You can wait. While Mickey's cavalry going around the base doing as much damage as possible to the unsuspecting villagers. There it is. The Daimyo Palace might go down any minute. It has 10,000 HP, my goodness. What's the HP of a normal... Oh, wow. There it is. Nala taps out, realizing there's no stopping the Byzantine fire. Good game by both the players. Mickey winning the match with 2-0. And that was all, everyone. I think we have another match today. I don't know when it is. So thank you all for sticking around for this long, and hope we'll meet you guys again. So see ya. Bye bye.